The first year as a real estate agent is a roller coaster. There are high highs and the lowest lows, and oftentimes for many it'll break you. So imagine me, a young 22 real estate agent, brimming with enthusiasm, excited to make my mark in the real estate market. Little did I know that the Vancouver real estate market was gonna crush me. So I'm gonna give you the 3 reasons I failed my first year in real estate. And get this, the third reason is something that every new agent I coach hates, but it is something that I do every single day. I'm Wolvi, a top producing real estate agent in one of the world's busiest and most expensive markets, Vancouver, Canada. Subscribe to keep updated with the latest news and to see the day-to-day grind where the homes here run over $1 million. So the first reason why I failed in real estate my first year is that I had no good mentorship. So my very first real estate mentor and coach was just a real estate agent that my mom knew. And my dad is a real estate investor. He's in construction, he flips properties. My dad has not even used this realtor, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea to have him be my mentor. So when you're looking at finding a coach or looking to mentor under somebody, don't just pick the first person you see. I know this may seem obvious, but make sure you're interviewing many people. This is so that you can see what other coaches and mentors are doing for the agents working under them. Another key indicator is just looking at where this person is in their life. Is this the kind of business you want to be running down the road? Is this the kind of life you want to be living with your family, your work-life balance, etc., etc.? Your mentor can only teach you what they know. So not only is it important to obviously choose the right mentor, you also need to know what direction you want to go in. Whether you want to be a typical agent working with resale, or you want to specialize in pre-sales, maybe move into commercial. Whatever you do, somebody has been there before. There's a saying, the quickest way up the mountain is to ask somebody coming back down. So don't do what I did. First figure out what you want to do, find somebody already doing that thing, and then find a way to provide them value and mentor under them. The second reason why I failed my first year in real estate, and this one is painful to say out loud, and it is because I did not follow up. And there's another saying in real estate is the fortune is in the follow-up. Most real estate agents in their first year will make at least $100,000 worth of mistakes, and I know that I did for sure. I had a big focus on lead generation. I was cold calling, I was knocking doors, which is amazing. I was adding people to my database, but I was not following up with them. So that essentially made all the lead generating that I was doing pointless because I was not keeping in touch with these people. The only time I had success was when I knocked on someone's door or I did an open house and the person was ready to make a move or make a purchase right away. But I was doing nothing with the dozens and dozens of people I was adding to my database week after week. So if you're a new agent, please don't make the same 6-figure plus mistake that I made in my first year. Actively lead generate and prospect, do the right activities, but make sure you're following up with your database regularly. The fortune is in the follow-up, don't forget. And the third reason I failed my first year in real estate, and this is a really common gripe with so many agents, is scripting and not practicing my scripts. So as a new agent, I was only 22 years old, I sucked at talking to people. You know, sometimes I do still feel that way, but that's where scripting comes in. If you want to get better at anything, all you have to do is practice. And the most common objection I get from new agents that are trying to learn scripts is that they hate them because it makes them sound robotic and unnatural. But get this, these scripts are already proven to work. All you have to do is learn them and say them. But when you practice the script enough, understand why it works, that's when you can start to add your own tone and your own personality and your own vocabulary. I noticed the biggest improvement in my own business, especially when I was young, 22, 23 years old, when I started practicing these scripts. I was young, I didn't know what to say, I lacked confidence, but learning the scripts earlier and practicing them would have gave me the ability to convert at a better rate and give me more confidence when I was sitting down with buyers and sellers at a very young age. But one thing to keep in mind, it is one thing to know the script, and just because you say it to somebody doesn't mean that they're gonna convert and do business with you. There's a saying, it is not what you say, it is how you say it, and that couldn't be more true. And here's a bonus downfall when it comes to scripting is that people are too embarrassed to script with another person, which is weird because the whole point of using these scripts is for talking to people. So instead of practicing by yourself or practicing with a potential client at the doorstep, practice with another agent or your spouse or somebody you know in person and say it directly to their face and practice that way. It is the quickest way to learn. I still do it almost every single day, and it is probably the single most important thing when it comes to this business, is learning how to talk to people. So in my 7-year career as a real estate agent, I've probably made over $1 million in mistakes. So hopefully you can learn from the mistakes that I made in my career, apply them so you can take that money and put it back in your own pocket and be a successful agent. If you found this video remotely helpful, please subscribe. It'll mean a lot to me. Check out my other videos. I make many other videos similar to this, and I'll see you guys on the next video.